Okay guys, so I want to make some empanadas tomorrow. So I've decided I'm going to season my ground beef this afternoon. Okay, so I have some ground beef here, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some garlic ginger paste to it. About that amount. Looking at how much ground beef I have here, I think that should be good. Okay, I also have some herbal seasoning here. I'm going to add some of that to it as well. Okay, I think that will be good. I'm going to add some salt to it. All right. I'm going to add a little ground cumin to it as well. Just going to sprinkle it on top. I'm going to add some garlic powder. I'm going to add some of this all-purpose seasoning here to it as well. I'll leave a link in the description for this garlic lovers seasoning here blend. Oh, it's just a little bit, I might as well finish it. Alright, I have some onion powder here that I should use up, so I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put some onion powder. Actually, I'm going to use it up because it's kind of caking up inside of here, so let's just finish it. Alright, so that's it. The onion powder. I'm going to put a little bit of smoked paprika. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper. I have about 4 seasoning peppers that I cut up here, so I'm going to add that to it. So called seasoning peppers. And I'm also going to add a little bit of chili powder. Let me just get that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of chili powder to it as well. Alright, so now we mix everything together. And then I'm going to cover this and put it in the fridge overnight. And that way all the seasonings get to marry with the meat. And then we cook it tomorrow. Of course, I'm going to be adding more vegetables to this tomorrow. But we're just adding flavor to the meat for now. Alright, let's cover this. Put it in the fridge. Tomorrow we'll make the empanada dough. And make our empanadas. Okay guys, so we're going to be cooking our ground beef now for our empanadas. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put some oil in our pan here so that I can saute my onions. So I am using coconut oil here. What I'll do is add a little bit of sea salt to this, to the onions. Alright, so we're just going to leave this to saute a little bit. Alright, so we'll be back. Alright, so what we're going to do is add in our ground beef now. And we're going to brown our ground beef. All right, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some tomato paste. So with the amount of ground beef I have, I think 1 tablespoon should be good. Okay. We have tomato paste here. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin powder to it. I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder to it. All right, so let's give this a stir. I'm going to leave this to cook for a little while before I add my veggies to cook. So let me just leave this for a few minutes, and then I'll be back. What I'm going to do, I will cover this to help it to cook and rinse out my spoon 1 time so that when I come back, my spoon is clean and it's not contaminated with raw meat. All right, so let's get it covered and cover this so this can cook for a little bit. Okay guys, so I left this to cook for about 5 minutes. Between that time or during that time, I did uncover it and stir it a few times to ensure that it was not sticking or burning. And I did reduce my fire to medium. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add my veggies to cook. Okay, so here I have some carrots and bell pepper. So let's add that in. And I also have some peas and carrots here, so I'm going to add some of this in as well to our filling. All right, let's give this a stir. And we will cover this again and allow it to cook until our veggies get nice and soft. Okay, so this is our empanada filling. What I will also do is add a little bit of cayenne pepper to this now. All right, so let's cover this and allow our veggies to cook now. All right, guys, let's taste this for salt. Okay, it's a little spicy because of the cayenne, but we need to add some salt. So let's do that. This is some gray sea salt. Let's mix it in. All right, let me taste the salt again. All right, I think we put a little bit more salt. Oh, that is spicy. All right, so there you have it, folks. We have our beef filling. So let's move on to making our empanada dough. Okay, guys, so we're going to make now our empanada dough. We're going to be using maseca flour in order to do this. So I need to get 2 cups of this maseca flour. Sounds really hard. Let's take that out. There. So this is 1. And this is 2. So it's really hard to crush this up. I'm just crushing these clumped pieces here. So we don't want that. We need everything to be nice, smooth. Okay? Anyway, when I'm adding it, as I add the water, I can feel for the clumps and just squeeze it, break it up. Right? All right, so to this Masika flour, we will add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt. Okay. Let's just mix that in. Guys, my kitchen is extremely hot right now. All right, so let's slowly add the water. I'm still kind of feeling to see if I feel any clumps. Yes, I'm trying to, if I feel it, I'm just rubbing it between my fingers in order to break it up. All right, so let's slowly add our water to form our dough. Just squeezing it between my hands. So you want to hydrate this flour. All right. I think we get in there in terms of the consistency of it. Put a little bit more. All right. So you want to make like a golf size ball. And we will need to get our tortilla press, right? So let's form our balls. Because remember, we have to put our filling inside of this, right? Make a little smaller one because I want to stretch this dough. It's not much. I might have to end up making some more dough because I don't think this is going to be enough for us. But anyway, let's just form these out, right? All right, so we have our balls here. Now we need to get our tortilla press. If it's not, if you do it too dry or if you do it too wet, it's a problem. So you need to get it just right, right? So we needed to add, just kind of trying to pick up that little bit of moisture that I just added here. I sprinkled some water on top of the balls. So I'm just squeezing it in, just kind of trying to let it soak up that moisture, and then I will reform the balls again. All right, let's see if this is a little more pliable now with that water that I sprinkled on. Oh. All right, let's try this again. So we put back our press here. You see that there? Okay. Let's put our dough down, press it out. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I moved this too much to the edge here. Let's try. Oh boy. All right. Let's see, I hope I didn't trust that too. I can bring it back to this one here. So again, we're gonna put our filling in. We'll bring that one back to this side. Right. Good. And now we're going to close it. Come on. Don't give me trouble now. You can't use your bare hand. You have to, I realize you have to use your plastic in order to help to seal it. Now you see the difference there because I added a little more moisture. The balls are now a little, I'll just bring this back in and close this here. Well, it's not even. All right, okay. So there you go. So we have another one. And we're gonna put to fry. So bend this back up. Let's bend it up a little bit. All right. All right, so I'm not going to form the rest. I'm just going to cover these balls so they don't dry out. And let me go ahead and fry these because what can happen if I leave it like this, it can dry out and it will crack. So I'm going to cover this so that these don't dry out. And we're going to head over to fry these. All right, so my oil now is ready. So I'm going to put in my first empanada. Let's see, I put in the other one. Do it carefully. This one is the one that cracked. And we want to fry this until nice and golden brown. And flip it over so it will start. I have to carefully do this. I don't want to break it. And I don't want to splash oil on myself. Don't splash. I don't want to splash. Very gently. There we go. All right, I'm just going to leave this to get golden brown and then I'll be back just before taking it out. Okay guys, so our empanadas are now nice and golden brown. So I'm going to be removing it now. And I have a rack here that I'm just going to put the empanada on this rack to drain. So this is what I have here. I just have a rack here and I put the empanadas on it, right?